very good afternoon and welcome to Africa Today. I am Ainan Lubem. First, the headlines. On the headlines, Buhari orders Education Minister to end ASU strike. Mali holds UN force rotation, arrest Côte d'Ivoire troops. Methanol found in blood of South Africa Tavern victims. And on sports, Super Falcons return to Casablanca, ready for Zambia. And now the news in detail. President Muhammadu Buhari has directed the Minister of Education, Adamu, to resolve the 5-month strike ASU and 3 other universities' labor unions within 2 weeks. Buhari issued the ultimatum after he was briefed by the government's ministries, agencies and departments who are still negotiating a way out between the federal government and the labor unions on Tuesday. Academic Staff Union of Universities on Tuesday said it has no plans to suspend its ongoing strike but to end it permanently, stating that this can only happen when all demands have been met. Meanwhile, the union's president, Emmanuel Osodeke, at a press conference in Abuja, Nigeria's capital, while appreciating efforts of some stakeholders on the strike, Osodeke, however, said it is not over.
In February, if you recall, the president mandated when the NIREC met the president on this issue, directed a 3-month panel committee to resolve that issue within a very short time. You remember? And the middle of Chief of Staff, Minister of Labour, and Minister of Education. That was 1st February. Where are we? We are in July. Did they resolve it? What I know, or what I read is that the person who is now leading that team is the Minister of Education. Hope I'm right.
Yes.
So with that we do hope that he will do the transference of this Minister of Education of Labour so that it can be resolved.
Also, the chairman of the Joint Action Committee of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities and the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Allied Institutions, Mohammed Ibrahim, condemned a report which stated that a higher percentage of salary was recommended for ASU, while SSANU was excluded.
For us in ASU, we don't have any personal problem with the Minister of Communication. We insist that procedures must be followed, and I think the Minister of Communications also, as a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, should accept that regulations pertaining to universities should be obeyed.
The Independent National Electoral Commission, that is INEC, has presented certificate of return to Osun State Governor-elect Senator Ademola Adeleke. The certificate presentation to Adeleke was done by the INEC National Commissioner supervising Osun, Ogun and Oyo State. Kunle Ajayi was preceded by the presentation to the Deputy Governor-elect Prince Kola Adewusi today. The presentation came about 72 hours after Adeleke was declared the winner of the Saturday, July 16th poll, garnering 403,371 votes to defeat Adegboyega Oyetola of the All Progressives Congress, that is the APC, who polled 375,027 votes. In his acceptance speech after receiving the certificate at a brief ceremony held at Osun INEC head office in Osogbo, Adeleke dedicated his victory at the poll to the memory of his late elder brother, Senator Isiaka Adeleke, and the people of Osun State. Nigeria Center for Disease Control, that is NCDC, has said the country is at moderate risk of an outbreak of the Marburg virus disease. The NSCDC, through its center's Director General, Ifedayo Adetifa, in a press release published on its website, said this following an outbreak of the disease in Ghana, confirmed by the World Health Organization on Sunday. The center said it was on high alert given the proximity of Ghana to Nigeria, as well as the World Health Organization alert. The cases in Ghana were reported in 2 unrelated males, 26 and 51 years old, who both died from the disease. This is the second time this zoonotic disease has been detected in the West African region following the previous incident in Guinea in August 2021. The NCDC, however, said Nigeria can test for the virus presently at the National Reference Laboratory in Abuja and the University of Lagos Teaching Hospital Laboratory Center for Human and Zoonotic Virology. Well, from health matters now to terrorists who have reportedly killed at least 6 people and injured 6 others during an attack on Roshuan-Godia, Faskari local government area of Katsina State. The spokesman for the state police command, Gambo Isa, confirmed the incident on Tuesday. Residents said the terrorists stormed the town in the afternoon hours at about 1:30 p.m. local time and started shooting. According to the residents who spoke on the condition of anonymity, the terrorists were in the town to rustle domestic animals. It was further learned that those killed and injured were hit by the terrorist bullets during the shooting. The terrorists were also said to have succeeded in rustling some domestic animals. When we return, news from other parts of West Africa. Please stay. Welcome from the break and thank you for staying with us. Now to news from other parts of Africa. Ningu Pram MP Sam George has challenged Vice President Mahamudu Bawumia to travel with the Ghana card to demonstrate that it is indeed a travel document. He contended that the Vice President is misinforming the public on the usage of the Ghana card. George's there comes after the Vice President listed many successes of government's digitalization drive, including a claim that the Ghana card can be used to travel abroad. However, speaking in an interview on Tuesday, the member of the Communication Committee in Parliament stressed that the Ghana card is not yet a full travel document. Away from Ghana now to Mali, where Mali's military government has suspended the rotation of United Nations military and police forces following the renewal late last month of the mandate of the UN mission there. The government announced that for national security reasons, all rotations of the military contingent and police contingent of MINUSMA were suspended at the weekend. The suspension comes after Mali arrested 49 soldiers from Ivory Coast on Sunday, July 10, 2022. UN peacekeeping mission in Mali, MINUSMA, said it believed that the troops were part of a unit that provided routine logistical support to the DR Congo military contingent. Mali government has, however, said the soldiers who are being held at a gendarmerie school in the capital city, Bamako, providing varying reasons for their presence in the country, including that they were carrying out a confidential mission and that they were protecting Germany's MINUSMA's contingent. The Côte d'Ivoire government has contested Mali's claims. We now move to other parts of Africa after this break. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. You're still watching Africa Today on Hills TV. And now to other parts of Africa where running mates Rigathi Gachagua and Martha Karua faced each other for a deputy presidential debate in Nairobi, with the subject of corruption dominating the meeting. Gachagua is deputy president, William Ruto's running mate, while Karua is Raila Odinga's pick for vice president. Gachagua was pinned on corruption last year as the former aide of President Uhuru Kenyatta was charged with acquiring more than $60 million in unexplained circumstances. On her part, Karua defended her previous record as a minister, activist, and member of parliament. She said she would execute her roles in accordance with the law, a tacit attack on Ruto, who fell out with President Uhuru Kenyatta at the beginning of their second term. A debate for presidential candidate is planned for next week, Tuesday. Meanwhile, William Ruto of the Kenya Kwanza Alliance has vowed to keep away from it and is accused of media bias. He noted that it is worrying for the Minister of Foreign Affairs to be forced to keep correcting the Vice President on the issue. And now to South Africa, where toxic chemical methanol has been identified as a possible cause of the death of 21 teenagers at a bar in the South African city of East London last month. Eastern Cape Provincial Deputy Director for Clinical Service, Lithka Matiwani, said at a news conference in East London on Tuesday that the authorities were still waiting for conclusive results.
And alcohol levels. The levels ranged from 0.05 grams to 0.26 grams per 100 milliliters, which in itself is not conclusive of lethal toxicology. So at this point in time, we can then say that that might not have been the final cause of death in the community.
He also said authorities were still waiting for results from the hospital. The teenagers died at the Enyiboni Tavern in East London's Scenery Park Township in the early hours of June 26, shocking the country and resulting in several investigations by the police and liquor license authorities. National Police Minister Becky Cele said South Africa's police will be guided by the final results of the toxicology analysis to determine whether anyone will face criminal charges for the 21 deaths. And now to Tunisia, where leader of Tunisia's Islamist Ispat opposition party, Ennahda, was questioned and then allowed to go free by an anti-terror unit just days before a controversial constitutional referendum. After more than 9-hour session and 19 defense speeches requested by lawyers, Rached Ghannouchi left the anti-terror center and headed home, his lawyer and former Ennahda official Samir Delo said on social media. Delo reported to newsmen that the anti-terror unit had allowed Ghannouchi freedom of movement, while another lawyer said the politician was not the subject of judicial control measures. Ghannouchi, 81 years, has been under investigation since June amid allegations of corruption and money laundering linked to transfer from abroad to the charity Nama Tunisia, affiliated with Ennahda. Up next on Africa Today is business news. On business, the National Petroleum Company, that is NNPC, has denied issuing the directive on Nigeria's new petrol price. The spokesperson for the NNPC, Garbadeen Mohammed, said the NNPC no longer approves pump price review, noting that it was the duty of the midstream and downstream authority. The company said fuel pricing directly falls under the responsibilities of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, that is NMDPRA. However, there was confusion in the downstream sector yesterday as operators unilaterally increased petrol price from 165 naira per litre to 179 naira per litre. In any case, most of the independent marketers were selling between 170 naira and 200 naira per litre in complete disobedience to the government directives. Also speaking, the chairman, Major Oil Marketers Association of Nigeria, Moman Olumide Adelshun, explained that the cost of operations had increased significantly due to the ongoing war and ban on Russian oil. According to him, the increase in cost had overstretched the capacity of operators to distribute and market petrol in all parts of the country. Up next on Africa Today News is sports. Don't go away.
Good afternoon and welcome to Sport News on World Now on Africa Today. I'm Richard Badung. On the news, President Muhammadu Buhari has commended the gallant display of Nigeria's Super Falcons against the Moroccan female national football team in the second semi-final of the ongoing African Women's Cup of Nations that took place on Monday night. The president said although many will be disappointed with the Moroccan victory on penalties, there are many positive outcomes for the Nigerian team to take home and prepare better for the next tournament. In a message to the Falcons, President Buhari said he is encouraged by the doggedness, resilience and professionalism of the girls who, despite playing with 2 players down before a home crowd, showed their quality and class. He believes that great things are expected from the team, and like all Nigerians, he will be cheering them on at future outings. Still on Super Falcons, meanwhile, after the semi-final loss against host Atlas Lionesses of Morocco, the Super Falcons have returned to Casablanca for the third-place game against Zambia. According to the report, the defending champions lost 5-4 via penalty shootout to Morocco in a keenly contested encounter that ended 1-1 in regulation time and extra time in Rabat on Monday night. Recall the Super Falcons played their group games in Rabat and knockout matches in Casablanca in the tournament. The team on Tuesday afternoon returned to Casablanca, where they will face Chipolopolo of Zambia in the losers final slated for Friday. Zambia too lost narrowly to the Banyana in South Africa in a game that was marred by controversy. And away from there now, Cote d'Ivoire striker Sebastian Haller has left Borussia Dortmund's pre-season training camp in Switzerland after being diagnosed with a testicular tumor. Dortmund confirmed in a statement on their website on Tuesday. Haller, who joined Dortmund earlier this summer, complained of feeling unwell during training on Monday. After a number of examinations, a tumor was discovered. The 28-year-old will now spend the next few days in a specialized medical facility where he will undergo further tests. The club has stated that they will update fans on Hala in consultation with the player. Hala was expected to take his debut for Dortmund after joining the club from Ajax in a £26.3 million deal earlier this summer. And away from that to other sporting matters, where Super Eagles striker has been rated as one of the strongest a defender by name Leo Ostigard has faced in the Serie A. Osimhen is known for his attacking prowess, as he is energetic, big and strong, has the ability to take on defenders and has got speed. The Norway centre-back who featured for Genoa on loan last season on Monday completed his move to Napoli from Brighton for €5 million plus at €3 million add-ons. And that's your sport news on Africa Today. Back to Aynan Lubem for the rest of the news. I'm Richard Badung.
Welcome back, and now to the rest of the news. No fewer than 20 women have died in pregnancy-related complications in Anambra State from January to June 2022. This was revealed by a consultant community physician at the Nnamdi Azikiwe University Teaching Hospital in Nnewi, Anambra State, Chinomso Nebu. Nebu made a disclosure at a maternal mortality review meeting in Akwa on Tuesday. She decried the increasing rate at which pregnant women in the state prefer visiting faith-based organizations rather than hospitals for the delivery of their babies. This practice, she said, is attributed to the causes of maternal mortality in the state. On her part, the state's reproductive health coordinator, Obianuju Okoye, also said the state had recorded 20 maternal deaths from 9 healthcare facilities across the state between January and June 2022. And that's Africa Today, but before we go, here are the headlines again. We told you on the headline, Buhari orders Education Minister to end ASU strike. Mali halts UN force rotation, arrest Côte d'Ivoire troops. Methanol found in blood of South African tavern victims. On sports, we told you Super Falcons return to Casablanca, ready for Zambia. Remember to visit us on Facebook at Hills TV, Instagram at Hills TV, YouTube channel at Hills TV. I am Aynan Lubem. Thank you for watching.